Okay, so today I'm not really using technology that much, certainly not modern information technology. I just have a candle active in my room and I'm dealing with natural light rather than artificial light right now. And I was reading a story from uh, this book by Edgar Carrot, who is an Israeli author. The story is called Gudid. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. But after I sat down and read this, um, despite the fact that I had intended to read mainly a Japanese and Italian literature today, rather than anything from an Israeli author, I just felt this sort of like deep smile emerge from the center of my heart. I just felt this inner recognition that like I'm a part of the human story. It's truly a timeless, beautiful experience that I think you can only get when you engage slowly and meditatively with literature. So I recognize that if you're using social media nowadays and you're just running on impulse as you're scrolling through information feeds and forming judgments without a whole lot of prior context backing you up and letting you come up with truly informed impressions of who is and isn't worthy of considering a villain nowadays, then something you can do is seek cheap used books as a means of humanizing quote unquote enemies. Okay. I would not recommend that if you say hate Israel or Israelis or something, that you mainly just sample Israeli movies and music and stuff to begin with. What I would recommend you do is, go to eBay, that's my preferred source for used books, and use the filters available on that website to help you identify a price range that suits your budget. You might skip a fast food meal during the next couple months and buy yourself some books. And then secure some books from a culture that you think only pertains to people who you are supposed to hate. Okay. In the midst of recent political goings on between America, Israel, and Iran, I decided to watch a Persian movie, and it was a film by Abbas Kiarostami, and I've also been reading this Israeli author's work starting today, and I think it's fundamentally important to not allow the trends, issues, and stresses of the day to get you to dehumanize other people, okay? Yes, people do have notable differences in their cultural inheritances and their natural tendencies. That's not really controversial to anyone with eyes to see. But that being said, we pretty much all have a certain kind of inclination to suffer, and life will impose involuntary suffering on pretty much all of us. And something we can see from the case of people like Kanye West is that even if you obtain extreme extents of material success, you're not necessarily going to be happy or healthy or functional or pro-social or good for cultural health, or interdemographic relations. So make sure you put the right priorities first in life. I would say in my case, I value my mental health before I value monetary gain, although I understand that they're interrelated. And similarly, I value the ability to get inside someone's subjective life and compare notes about our shared humanity more than I value the ability to try to feel good at somebody else's expense. Okay? So, especially when times are uncertain, you have to keep in mind, this is kind of a generic point from another video of mine, that people and powers are going to try to turn you into a pawn. Okay? A pawn in a game that you may not even have to play to begin with. I don't have to dehumanize Persians. I don't have to dehumanize Israelis. I don't have to dehumanize black people or women or white men or anyone else. Okay? I will die on this hill if I have to. Um, but yeah, I would recommend that story, Good. Um, and, I don't know, maybe when you read it in a silent moment when you're not rushing through an overstuffed to-do list, you will also feel that smile within your heart and you'll realize that we do share a common humanity, okay? And I don't mean to manufacture some cheesy, overly romantic idea about how we're going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya and never have conflict. I'm just saying, if I have the power to resist dehumanizing someone, then I will resist dehumanizing them. God damn it. All right, so thank you for watching and have a good day, and God bless you.